Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, coming at you guys with another Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch. And Duelist Advance is quite a funny name for this set, because this set's not advancing, it's completely regressing. The sealed box right now is $48 here, and it was actually $46, like a little lower, and you could just see the piles. This box has nothing more to do but go down, and I have not seen a set this bad since Legendary Duelist Soul Burning, I think Volcano it was called. It was the set where we got Volcanics, Balin, Boxers, aka Burning Knucklers, because I like the OCG name, and Salaman, great support. So that's kind of crazy to me. I will have a video actually talking about this set, not what's good, but why it flopped. I know some people are going to say, well, it flopped because the set just wasn't good enough, the cards were this and that, so there's not as much. But I want to really go a little more into why it has failed, because some people are actually talking about it. So before we get into this video on what is good from Duelist Advance, because there's still some good picks, doesn't matter how bad the set is. Even if a set's really bad, it means people don't want to open it, so the singles that are good may go up even further. So before I begin, smash that like button. Hopefully you guys had a great 4th of July. Either if you did or you didn't, or you don't like the holiday, you like the holiday, whatever. We will all be up on, say, July 7th at 2 in the morning because someone is deciding to light their fireworks then. And always a couple days after, someone's like, yeah, everybody's sleeping and has work tomorrow on Tuesday. I'm going to light these up at 2:30 in the morning. There's always somebody. Doesn't matter where you live. That's the one thing I always hate. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're buying any cards off TCG players, my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to know it just cost you. Check out Whatnot in the description below. You can get some cheaper cards, like cards from Duelist Advance. If you use my link in Register, you get $50 on your next purchase there. So you can pick up like a Sky Striker, a Zero, etc. Check out TCG Creator. You guys can make your own graphs, and whenever you go here, use it, and this will be in the description below. Not only will it take you to today's market watch, but you can see all the other ones. So if you're wondering what I went over 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, etc., you can go see it, and it keeps a nice little graph of if stuff went up, stuff went down, and you can make your own graphs. So if you want to be a little market watch master on your own, go ahead. And thank you to all my YouTube channel members. Consider being one. Join our Discord. Leave a comment, even if it's just for the algo. I love to hear what you think and what cards we're going to go over next Mark Watch. But we're going to get right into this here. So here's what I'm going to say about this set when it comes to the Ultras and the Secrets. We have Holly Sue. I thought this card would go a little lower. Thing is, though, people need it for Nats. So we're sitting at a $33 card. I actually had locals around me have a very poor sneak peek participation. Like there were people, like some locals that usually get, say, 50 45 people get 14 around me, and there was one that usually gets like 25. They got closer to 10, so it was pretty bad, honestly. Sneak peeks all around. This card, again, people want it for Nats. After Nats, I think this card has a chance of calming down depending on the usage, because if we look at top 32 and Vanquish Shoal gets a couple spots, especially if they're more top 16, top 8, this card's going to go crazy. If Vanquish Shoal doesn't do what we think it's going to do, this card's going to go further down. Either way, if you don't plan on playing on this for Nats and you don't want to spend $100 on your set of an ultra rare, you could wait till after Nats, but just be aware that this card could go up after. It's very result dependent. Archmage Academics here. This card is $30. This card was a little lower. It went down to like 17, 18 here. A lot of people do have faith in this TCG archetype. People really like it. Konami apparently really likes it as well. So now they're $30, but I just really see this as, well, we know this is the field spell. People want to, play this because it looks cool. And all the other secrets are dirt cheap, so one of them had to kind of rise here. Might as well be what's closest to the top. You got Luna Light Gold Leo. I actually think if you want your Luna Light Gold Leo, $19 is good. $19 is good. Just go ahead and grab it. If this card does well, and it will also go higher. Sky Striker Ace Zero. Now, obviously, Sky Striker cards are very good. Yeah, people are usually playing 2 of this. The thing is, though, is it really is a Sky Striker card only. So the amount of people who want this card, it's kind of limited. I think it could go even lower. But again, if Nats does well, and that we see Sky Striker in the top 32, which, you know what? I feel like we're gonna see a Sky Striker in top 64 at the very least. Gorgon of Zilforia. Now, a lot of people had a lot of faith in this card. If you don't know what it does, it's 2+ effect monsters. I also love the artwork. It reminds me of Nier Automata, but with some yokai shit. I really, really like it. Also kind of reminds me of like a rat, that one plant archetype, Ragna something. So you cannot summon or set monsters to a zone this card points to. Which is not too bad. Monsters this card points to cannot attack. Also, their activated effects are negated. Gains attack equal to the total of original attack of monsters this card points to. Cannot be destroyed by battle or monster effects. While this card points to no monsters. So it's kind of weird as a card, but you could set up very unique floodgates with it, which is kind of interesting at the very least here. It's also a little hard to out. I think that we're going to find good combos with this card. Right now, $10. My problem, right, is that right now we have 337 here. 337. Now, before someone thinks this is only $300, no. $100. Let's say this is $10. Just for retrospect. So we have, if you want to clear this wall, you're looking at about 3,700 plus that 11. It's close to about 4,000 something. 4,000 like 37 or something. Not even including tax. Yeah. Could this card go up, though? I think it's an interesting card to keep an eye out on. We got Kaiman the Legend here at $7. I mean, it blue eyes, right? Medius Pure at 8. Going up here, so this card's getting bought out. Dodo Warrior at 5. 5 for your Sky Striker here. I mean, you play 2 of this. I don't really think this is a worthy $5 Ultra, in my opinion, but whatever. Then you have the other Archmaids. Now, they do have big walls here. Don't get fooled by the 34 list. You got 43, 23, 13, 10, 18. I think for Archmage, we do have to see more. We have to see more of this archetype. And I think that if you want to get in on Archmage, maybe see if these cards could go a little lower. And, see if you want to start picking at those walls then. Not that $3, $4 is bad here. You got RB stage line. A lot of people are hyped up for RB. We're going to get more support. So, you know what? $3 is not that bad here. You got Vanish at 3. Trapaholic at 2. I think Trapaholic is kind of cheap at 2. I think that players just need to learn how to play it. $2, keep an eye on this card absolutely. The rest of this, I mean, yeah, you got the Ultra at 2 here. You got, Edios here at like $1. I actually thought that card would at least be like $3, $4. Pay for the pack. Right, at least at first, but no. You got Argo Stars at 60 cents. Why this was pre-selling at $8 is, I don't know. These kind of remind me of appliancers when I look at them. I really don't care about the artwork of these cards as much as I thought I would. I don't know why. But yeah, that's Duelist Advance. We are going to be ranting about this. It's probably going to be a Monday video. So Monday, I'm probably going to give you guys that video. And then I'm going to give you guys a market watch on Tuesday. That's what I'm thinking. Switch it up a little bit. Duelist Advance, again, but these booster boxes are 40. It's kind of wild. Tri-Brigade Fractal. Now, a lot of people don't know that this card is actually getting bought out. Right now, these are $6, 6s, 10s. Now, a lot of people might be thinking, is this because of Tri-Brigade? I actually think this is because of the MST archetype. I could be wrong, because you're able to, Foolish Burial, what's it called? Not only are you able to Foolish Burial the MST monster stuff, but you're able to banish from grave and just start linking off. So this card's really actually good for that archetype. And that's why I think this card is getting bought out. As we see $6 here, up to $8, $9, $10. I always talked about this card at like $1 or $2. I said this is way too cheap for an OG print. But I said, if you want to get the secrets, they're not bad either at $1. Well, they're like $5 here. So if you did end up getting this a while back, I did say that Fractals, they're very good bulk to pick up. Believe it or not, I still see people have, by the way, I love the artwork for this card so much. I really, really do like it. Tri-Brigade was a fun deck, but I do think that, as a vendor, they're just cards that I personally pick up a lot. And I'm like, why do I have, so many of these? And I always remember whenever I picked Tri-Brigades or cards. A lot of them, honestly. Even I pick up kits, I pick up fractals for really cheap. Like, people just want to get rid of them like 50% or less. And these cards are already $2 to begin with, dollars. I'm like, one day they'll be worth money. But for now, I'm going to burn my wallet a little bit. And you never know. And I guess this year is that year. Songs of the Dominator. So the OCG is actually trying to play this card more and more now, and people are looking at it. And this card was $10 for a while, $11, $12, who knows, $14, $15. I've talked about this card at $10. They do go up here to $20. So if this card sees plays at Nats, we're going to see this card go up a lot higher. But the other thing, and someone actually asked me this in the comment section below, they said, Saki, why are we, something about the Dominator cards. I actually don't remember, unfortunately. But what I do remember is they mentioned the tins and them getting reprinted. And I'm like, yeah, Songs of the Dominator is not going to get reprinted. But Dominus Impulse and the other Dominus cards, they're going to get reprinted. And a lot of people are going to be like, wait, I want the third, Dominator card. I want to play it, test it out, whatever, right? Especially because you can search with it. Oh, let me get this. Oh, it's only $15. That's cool. And then this card is going to go up. In fact, I actually want to look at the other Dominus cards and see if they've been going higher. 73, yep, going even further from that 67 because Nats is coming up. People want this to play. This is even worse. This was at 17 listings, around 38. Now they're like 42, going up to 50s. I mean, hey, it is what it is, right? Then we have the QCs here, which, by the way, I gotta say, 65, not terrible for this card. Not terrible. In fact, I'm actually considering if I want to sell my personal sets of the other Dominator cards and maybe grab these QCs, right? Just if it's not off season, but it's the beginning of the season. I'm just kind of curious if I want to do that. Who knows? So $60 though, not bad. Speaking of the MST archetype, Totem Bird. Someone told me to go over this. Thank you so much for that suggestion, guys. If you have any suggestions for me to go over cards, please let me know in the comment section below. I love going over your guys' picks. Hey, I just love it a lot. And you guys tend to like it too because you guys have great picks. I really, really like it. This card is actually good, but I don't know. Back in the day when Lord of the Attacking Galaxy came out, which this was a groundbreaking set, by the way. We had $200 secrets, all that. What they wanted us to do with this card. Still haven't had an answer, but basically it's 2 level 3 wins. You detach during either player's turn, when a spell or trap is activated, you can detach 2 materials from this card, negate the activation if you do this right. So it's a spell trap negate, right? And then it loses 300 attack while it has no materials, right? So you probably want to put this in, attack anyway, because it doesn't really have a defense. I really wish I gave this a little more attack, but oh well. Its stats aren't terrible for rank 3. But I think that this card isn't that bad. They have gone back up again. I talked about this at $1 or $2 before, and then it spiked up and then went back down. Right now they're at about $9, $10 here for your copies, so not too bad. If you go just near mint here, it's funny that I'm right here actually. They're like $10. Not bad. You do have the mega packs here. These are like, $4, but you have a playset here where you can get these kind of at $2 to $3 before they go up to $6. So not too bad here. Lambda. So a lot of people are playing Gamma because it's at 1. So they're playing it with Delta, and you could technically play this card, right? You can activate this effect, add a side frame card from your deck to your hand, right? So some people are playing this and looking at it, and right now these are only like $5 here. I'm very weird with this card. I don't know if I ever like playing it or not. It goes up to like, $8, $9 there. I know that says Italian, but once I go to this next page, it does go up to that $8, $9, $10 mark. It goes up to 20s, but I don't think it's going to go there. I talked about this card at $1. I said this was a penny stock. If you got this, congrats, you made some money. But guys, this front page isn't a lot before it goes up to double digits. If you got a playset for $1, right, or even $2, because I talked about it both times, you might be making some good bank here, some very good bank, and you love to see it, right? Especially because I told people, like, if you really want, you could get like even 5, 6 copies. If you got 5, 6 copies, this goes to $10. That's free money. And I know you guys love making free money. So if you guys enjoy this market watch, please smash that like button, guys. 100 likes on this video, that'd be great. Sometimes we get 60, sometimes we get 70, sometimes we get 80, but we never really stay at 90. We always go 80, 100, right? Or 70, 60. I think I only got one market watch. I got 90 something in my entire life. But yeah, if you guys could hit that like button, that'd be great. Gamma here, this is a card that's like $6. Can this card ever go to 2? It is definitely possible. If it ever does, it will skyrocket. It does go up to $25 here. But you got them at $6 here, 14 listings. If you go that light play though, you do add a lot of listings. There's a lot of light plays. So, old card. CR Gamma, 50. $50. It's not bad, but this card could get Starlight. So, I'm kind of iffy on that. I would just get Ultras at 6 and see if it goes higher or not. The Prime Monarch Super, this card doesn't really have a holographic reprint at all. And, you know, we have the Monarch support. So this card right now is like $13, going up to $15 for your Prime Monarchs. If you have OTS bulk or you have these supers somewhere, you're sitting on some money. Mecha Phantom Beast token, this one specifically is like $12, going up to like $25. I don't know why. I really don't. The sales history here, it shows sales history, but I just remember OTS 9 having all 3 of the Draco Sack tokens, and I was like, that's a wasted, kind of wasted here. But you got the other ones here at like, you know, $3, 3. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why the other one is going up so high. Maybe it's the best token, but there's all Draco Sack tokens, right? There shouldn't be, you know, the second best token is like 25% of what the first one is when they're all from the same OTS pack and the pull rates are the same. Very, very weird. Blackwing Shura, the Blue Flame Ultras. These are getting bought out $16, $25, $27 here with the super rare, which I talked about this card at $2. I said, look, it's a gamble because this card could be a QC in Stampede, and I forgot I mentioned it in there. And right now they're $4 for, you know, going up to $6 here. With the second page kind of taking them to $8, $9 here. I don't think it's going to get a Starlight Rare, and if it does, it's because we get like a Starlight Rare collection. But you know what? Until that's revealed, I'm not going to assume 100%, but I really think 90, 95% we're going to get a Starlight Rare collection. But we're also could get 30th anniversary. They put QCs for like 2.5 years, so they could go 2.5 years without QCs, or, you know, another, you know, Starlight edition, whatever. Near mints, by the way, you got 5 here, 10. So if you have near mint copies, you could just cash out, call it a day. If you got this at 2 to 3, now they're basically $10, right? So 3x on $2 to $3, well, a $3 card. If you got them at 2, hey, 5x. That's great. Plus, you guys got to remember that people like to buy play sets. So, you know, if this playset, say, goes and this one does, you know, you could put it at like even higher. You never know, right? Again, I'm not a financial advisor here, but there is something called the rule of 3 when you buy online, where people will pay more just because you have 3 copies. I've seen it work out, and the phenomenon is real. Also, very quickly, while we go to Armor Master, Armed Wing is getting a Lost Art, which is really, really cool here, because I actually would like that Lost Art. I played in this, and I wouldn't mind too much at all, because I actually just play the commons. I think I have, like, 1 Ultra Rare from 5Ds, just because, you know, just to go into it, and then I play 2 commons, because I play 3 Armed Wing. There are a lot of times where I wanted the 3rd. But Armor Master is, or not Armor Master, but Armed Wing, you know, that sneak peek Lart, when it comes out, I might recommend it. The Larts were okay. They were kind of weird, though, with backup Ignister, all that. I would have made a video, but it was late night and I was just tired. Armor Master Ultis, these are 92, going up to 100. I'm glad I got mine back from my boy Jason. I still have mine, funny enough. First eds are 140, 245. Yeah. I might sell my spare ulti, because I have 2 unlimiteds. I might just say, you know what, boop, because I didn't want to. It was like 67% on the whole max rarity value core, not mine, but the second one I got, and I think these were 60s at the time, so I think I spent 40 on them. I was like, you know what, Armor Master was maybe a little too cheap at 20s. 40's fine. So yeah, I got another copy. Also, guys, if you like the content on the channel, you guys know what I'm going to do. Consider being a channel member. I have, videos for channel members only. I do love making channel member videos. And I've actually had someone become a channel member recently, so shout out to him. He said some really nice comments, actually, too. And I want to say thank you to all my YouTube channel members for the support. I really do like it a lot. And, I do want to do this more. And if I'm able to make, get more child members, the views go up, I will be able to, to do that, right? Especially if I ever have a kid, which we're hoping soon to try again, which is nice. So thank you to those who consider being YouTube channel members. That'd be awesome. I have 21 members. So the goal is to consistently be above 30 by the end of the year. So that's 9 channel members. You get access to channel member videos, emotes, all that. So consider it. OTS 28. I want to go over this again. You got Blue Eyes at 273. It's ridiculous. And the worst part is because Blue Eyes, yep, there's idiots paying this. It's at the point where I probably think that it's worth going to locals now just to see if you could get it. It's kind of wild. Then you have Azamina, little Sylvia here. Okay, I don't know what I clicked here, but we're going to refresh to see OTS here. 25, not many listings here. 26. Chamber Dragon Maids are, 13s, but people want the QC, so I don't really believe that. Sylvies are $3.5, dollar. So a lot of the supers are bulk. The ultis are money because they're new, but this is just ridiculous. Vanity's Fiend is getting bought out even further. 62.75 going up to 100s. Pretty crazy, honestly. Book of Moon, Ulti, these are $47, going up to $50. So these are going up. If you want Ulti Book of Moons, they're not bad to get. Goes up to 67. So, yeah, you got cheaper ones here at that 40s, and then they go up to 67. So I would consider getting your Ultis if you don't have them. I mean, they technically go up to 100 here, but, that's neither here nor there. Then I want to check out the QC. No, QC. Okay, we don't want to work on QC. So, we're going to scroll here and see the QC. QCs are 13, not bad, but there's a wall of 109. I'm actually shocked someone put a wall for Book of Moons. That's kind of crazy. Zombie Warrior is also bought out, $50, $297. I'll be honest, you could just eat my left ass cheek. Nobody's paying this. This is crackhead prices, all right? Absolutely insane. This card's been bought out like 12 fucking times. It's probably actually the OTS card that's been bought out the most, which is kind of insane to say. Rock of the Vanquisher. We have all the Vanquish Soul support. I thought this card would kind of go up, but they do go up to 25. Let's just put near mint here. Let's cut out the light plays here. Yeah, 12 listings. You got 20s here, 25. You have one playset at in-house here. Then you got another playset here. And then they go up to $50. So the sales history, I mean, they're selling constantly. You got literally it's 4th of July and people are still doing Yu-Gi-Oh! Today alone, 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 copies sold today. Yesterday we got a 3rd copy here. I still keep forgetting I need to sign in to see this, which that's just so annoying. TCG player, please change that. It's in your top 5 worst things I think you've done to the site. Love you guys, but just not good. Delta, these supers are $3, 3 going up to 5. So I always told people this was a very good card to get at $1, but if they make it a QC, it's all ogre. So that was kind of the gamble here. Once they didn't, but I told people when this card first came out, so get it at $1. You could easily move them at 3s, and you could definitely move this card. Then for the last card of the day, guys, if you haven't hit that like button yet, go ahead, smash that like button. I'd love for you guys, to do that. Join our Discord. Let me know what cards I'm going over in the next Mark Watch in the comment section below. Right now, these are $6. They're getting bought out. I'm not really too sure why here. I'm actually going to go over Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1 because why not make this Market Watch 25 minutes, right? $10 for your Relinquish. This is not that bad. I remember back when right before, it was like a couple months before COVID, I was like, I want to play a really bad deck. And I ended up taking all the new Relinquish cards and playing it in with Shadal. That deck was terrible, but oh man, when it popped off, unironically, very good going second deck. Especially if you start playing all the going second cards, are very fun. But yeah, $10 for this card. Not awful. Blue Eyes, White Dragon. These are about 11, 12. I still think this card could go up further. I don't know if there's a wall. There's a wall of 19, so that's like 200. But this card, if not paid attention to, could go up to the 60s again. I actually think it's good to get these at 10, 11, 12 here. The sales history is pretty bad. Oh, man. We're seeing some sales in June here. We saw 6 sort of recently, but people do also forget that this set does exist, but it's definitely something that can go even further. Red Eyes is 3. Dark Magician's 4? I mean, you got 8 here for 4. Goes up to... okay. You know, $20 here. I didn't know I had one of these. Nobody should be... Look, this is my store at 48. I'm telling you guys, you should not be paying half of this. I think I got this when it was really high because I buy everything and I just like left it. Like, no joke. There are cards, and some people don't know this actually. It's a fun fact. But sometimes as a store owner, there'll be cards you have listed for years you just forget about. And this gotta be it. But yeah, these cards do go up to 10. So it is interesting. You know what I might do? Maybe I'll unlist these and just give them away. Right? Maybe just commit to the loss. You know what? Maybe I'll do that for Tuesday's giveaway. You know what? Would you guys like that? Giveaway on this. I know it's the tablet art. I know that it's the tablet art, but still, it's cool. And then we have, what's it called? $4 on those low listings. I mean, it's a Gravekeeper card, so it's cool. Maybe people want for half format. $2 for your Dark Magician Girls. These are too cheap at 2s, but we have so many high rarity Dark Magicians to choose from. I don't blame people. Tune Tables. This should have been a Legacy QC. Time Wizard, $1. I like that card a lot. Should have been a QC. Egotist, then. Yeah, just bulk for the rest of this. But with that being said, guys, let me know what cards we go over in the next Market Watch. Check out TCG Creator. If you're buying any cards off TCG Player, use my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will be me discussing. I said Duelist Advance. I'll be discussing it because I have a couple reasons. It's probably going to be like a 20-minute video, and I've decided that if it does bad, it does bad. I don't want to do just market watches. If the algo wants to screw me at 1K view, struggling to get to 1K views. Most of my market watches get 1K, but they take like a day and a half now to get to 1K, which is like kind of crazy. My last one got 1.2, so thank you to the people who did that. But I've just decided to cherish the audience I have and, you know, just be happy with that. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.